What's up, everybody? I know it has been ages, man. I need to get back on it, and I am, but we are back finally. Another Big G Sports Network sports recap. So, the first round series with the Cavaliers and the Raptors started yesterday, and in typical Toronto fashion, defeat was snatched from the jaws of victory. Now, if you lead for 48 minutes 37 seconds of a game that goes in overtime, if you're up by double digits for a fair majority of the time, and typically up until halfway through the third quarter, they're up between, anywhere from 12 to 8 or 9 points. LeBron James he didn't play his best game. He had a triple-double, but he wasn't as efficient as he normally is. He only shot 12 for 30, and he was like 1 for 8 from behind the line. You would think you'd be in pretty good shape to win that basketball game, but I introduce you to the Toronto Raptors. So it was obvious. Now, the whole thing about Toronto, as many of you know who've been watching the NBA all season, is this new revamped offense. It's more egalitarian. It's focused on ball movement and player movement, and it doesn't focus as much on isolations, and DeRozan and Lowry take less shots and they get everyone else involved. Now, I think they had 5 players in double figures, but when the game got tight, those bad habits kicked right back in. They went more to that ISO junk, and really in the fourth, there was a stretch they missed, I think it was 15 of 17 shots. Now, some of these shots were the result of stupid basketball, and by that I mean an over-reliance on ISO ball, hero ball. But some of them were wide open. It was like they got tight because they was like, oh snap, Cleveland's getting closer. Game 1, they started feeling it, and you could tell by some of the misses because they had every opportunity to win. Valanciunas, if you can have a 21-point, 21-rebound game and still get your butt kicked on the glass by a guy, he managed to do that because Tristan Thompson, it seemed like in the fourth quarter, he grabbed so many big offensive rebounds over Jonas, around him. There was some that seemed like it went through his hands. He missed several putbacks right there at the rim, one of which would have won the game. So Tristan Thompson was big. J.R. Smith played well. He had 20 points. Korver was solid. So it was really a team effort for Cleveland. And they really picked up for LeBron, like I said, who was just 12 of 30, which is not horrible, but that's certainly not up to the standard that we're used to seeing from LeBron. So now, like I said, they hit Toronto blew that game, ended up losing 113 to 112 in overtime. So not only did they lose that game, they've lost home court advantage, and they had a real opportunity to go up big in the series. So now they've got to come back on Thursday and try to at least get a split, because if they go down 2-0, it is done. I think this team doesn't still believe that they can win. Like Indiana, they thought they could win. They expected to win. And if you watch the games, they probably should have. And I think with Toronto, I think they're hoping they can win. They may think maybe, possibly they can win, but I don't know if they believe it. I don't think they expect it. And you can kind of see it as you were watching the game, and the momentum slowly but surely started to turn. Really, I'd probably say from like about 2/3 through the third quarter. Not 2/3, a third of the way through the third quarter and on. So if they don't win this game, we will be seeing the Cleveland Cavaliers and probably the Philadelphia 76ers in the Eastern Conference Finals. But Toronto's they've got some things they've got to work on, and at this point, I don't know if they can, because how quickly they reverted back to those bad habits when the going got tough was very, very disturbing. Particularly, and this is on the last possession of the game. Well, both teams played stupid basketball. It's about 40 seconds to go. Cleveland has the ball. They run a screen run with LeBron James, and I think it was Kevin Love. And LeBron proceeds to pound the air out of the ball for the entire shot clock and ends up taking a contested shot right inside the three-point line, which DeMar DeRozan blocked. So then it's a 1-point game, still, still right there on the cusp. And Toronto, man, I'm sorry, my mind's going blank. I don't even call it, I guess you could call it running a play, and end up with a Fred VanVleet 3, which was contested, which of course he missed. And then that ended up being the game. So I don't know what happened to the days of actually running sets and plays at the end of the game to try to get a good shot rather than just over-reliance on going one-on-one. Because the thing about it is, if you run a set and it doesn't work and things break down, that's when, all right, if you got some guys that can go make it happen, if something breaks down, that's when you do it. But that shouldn't be your A1 first go-to move. And so the fact that they revert to that, that's very troubling for Raptors Nation. So we're going to see what they're going to do on Thursday. They got some things that they have to fix. And I don't know if they can, but we'll see. So, said game 2 is Thursday. So we'll see if Toronto can come back, correct some of the issues that they had. Whoops, sorry. And we'll see if they can actually make a series out of this. So, with that being said, this has been a Big G Sports Network sporting news update. Thanks everybody for watching. I'll be back with more videos real soon. Peace.